How you doing, people? Robert here, AKA Robess, Anti-Corruption Scotland. Now, somebody sent me a statement that was made by the entity, dead entity, Police Scotland, men and women that represented, says that it's no criminal to photograph sons and daughters in parts or whatever, they're being filmed. This isn't right, people. It's wrong. It's unlawful. Now, the question is going to be asked here, why is the police not taking a more severe stance on this? There's a question mark over the men and women that represent Police Scotland, because there does not seem to be common sense prevailing here relating to this. The main question that's got to be asked is, why is individuals filming sons and daughters in parks, swing parks or wherever they're filming them with cameras, right? It's not right, it's not normal. Why would an individual film someone else's son and daughter? The only reason that I can come up with that is perverse reasons. It's not normal. I wouldn't myself go film somebody else's son or daughter. It's wrong. Now, the question over Police Scotland, right? A lot of people might know this and not know this. In the past, there's officers or constables been charged and convicted of downloading images, and there's been a few recently downloading images of sons and daughters. Now, these are people that's supposed to be protecting the people of the lands of England, Ireland, Wales and Scotland, protecting the sons and daughters, protecting the vulnerable and protecting the elderly. But what we have here is a system that's racist, biased against the people of the 4 jurisdictions mentioned by myself just now. And it also answers a big question with the answer that these people don't care about the people. They certainly don't care about sons and daughters, right? Because it's not normal for a stranger to film sons and daughters. I can't get my head around that. And what I can't understand as well is the entity or men and women or man or woman that made this statement and put that out there, saying it was speculation and misinformation about what's been put online about people following that it's not a criminal offence is wrong. Now, people are being arrested in public places for filming outside police stations, filming in different parts of their public areas, right? They're being arrested, falsely detained and falsely imprisoned, right? So I would say that filming sons and daughters unlawfully, without permission or consent of the mother or father, and no specific reason given why they're filming, is wrong. People have to come together now, right, and put a stop to this, right? This is getting out of hand. It seems to be that the lands of Scotland is full of predators and paedophiles, and they're getting away with whatever they want to get away with, especially if you're not through the lands of Scotland. It seems to be outsiders that's doing this, although we've got insiders that do the same thing in our own communities, right? But it's wrong. Definitely wrong. This system, as I said, is biased. They don't care. And remember this, people, this is a bit you still don't comprehend and understand. This is corporations, private companies, Police Scotland, the Scottish Parliament, the Scottish Government, their politicians, John Sweeney, Patrick Harvey, Nicola Sturgeon, 3 examples of corporations that's registered in Dun and Bradstreet trading for profit. The government, the Parliament, Police Scotland, NHS hospitals, every part of this system is fraudulent. They're acting ultra vires and they're pulling rank on the people, the sovereign people of the lands of Scotland, England, Ireland and Wales. And we can't allow this anymore, right? These people don't have the power against the people of the lands of Scotland, England, Ireland and Wales, because the people are sovereign. Sovereignty is with the people, not with the corporations, and that's where people have to define and work out what's going on here and why it's going on. So what I would suggest, people that has concerns, right, within your different areas, communities, let's just use these words for the conversation in this video. I would all get a document created in every area with a list of names. Don't need to get addresses, just a list of names. And put it to the Chief Constable, Joe Farrell. She's in charge of Police Scotland, the entity known as Police Scotland, and tell her, direct, in a private capacity, under full personal liability, that you're going to hold her responsible for what's going on here. Because it seems to be that men and women representing the dead entity, Police Scotland, is ignoring the safety of sons and daughters. They're no bother. But let me tell you something, people. These so-called police, right, aided and abetted against my family and stole my nephew when he was 8, right? Based on lies, fraud and perjury. They conspired, people. Sons and daughters right now are at a very vulnerable risk. We hear that people are trying to grab sons in different areas and all different things, but yet the police don't act. And they kind of shut the family down when they're trying to protect their offspring. That isn't acceptable, people. And people now have the opportunity to come together and nip this in the bud. Everybody should get together in groups and go to the local police stations and tell them that photographing or filming sons and daughters in parks, public areas, especially people that don't know them, you want it stopped. They have a duty and obligation under the law to protect the sons and daughters, protect the people, protect the communities. Because that's not happening right now. What they're doing is abusing the people. And even more so, the sons and daughters, by letting total strangers film their sons and daughters in public parks, public areas. And nobody in their right mind, unless they've got a sick agenda behind the filming of sons and daughters, because nobody in a normal mindset would film in somebody else's son and daughter. It would need to be for some sort of sick reason. Why would you? That's a question. Why would anybody film somebody else's sons and daughters? What is the motive? There's a motive behind this, people. This isn't just about filming and taking photographs of sons and daughters. There's a motive. Could it be that these people, this is a thing, it's in my mind, this is my personal view, could it be that people that do this are maybe building profiles up on sons and daughters, working out routines when the family taking them apart, or maybe trying to, as you know, people, and let's not be slow with this, England, Ireland, Wales and Scotland, there's a massive traffic of sons and daughters all over this country in the 4 jurisdictions happening. But people don't see it, and the media are hiding it. The police are hiding it because they're all complicit. It's my understanding. They've got a guilty conscience, a guilty mind and wicked intent, because if they don't protect the sons and daughters, especially young ones under the age of 8, 7, 6, 5, that's wrong. Remember this, people. People have to look out for each other now. Because the system doesn't care about the people. It doesn't care about the sons and daughters, especially ones that's been abused, murdered and raped. It doesn't care about the vulnerable. It doesn't care about the elderly. And you can see that with the way this false system is hammering every individual man and woman, son and daughter, pensioner, elderly, sick and vulnerable in this system. This system doesn't care about you or your family or your offspring, and that's a fact. People have to now make everything that's happening aware to the people all over the lands of Scotland, England, Ireland and Wales. Because in my view, enough is enough. Because our people, our sons and daughters, our elderly, our vulnerable and our sick are being abused by a system, systematically, in every aspect in their life. And it has to stop. But the question is, when is the people going to say enough is enough and make it stop? Because the power lies with the people, not the corporations, not the men and women that represent Police Scotland, not the men and women that represent the Scottish Parliament, Scottish Government, Westminster Government, House of Lords, House of Commons, right? Cabinet Office. They're irrelevant people. They're just working with corporate greed. And it's my understanding, right? I've seen it previously through past experiences that individual women have had problems in their life with drugs and whatever else. They've tried to change their life, they've come off the drugs, they've maybe took up with a new partner, right? And they've maybe fell pregnant. And social workers previously, in my experience with people that I've been talking to and dealing with, has took their sons and daughters that's just been born within days because of future harm. This is the nonsense the social workers use, future harm. All I'm going to say to you is, people now, Expose Scotland, Anti-Corruption Scotland and many other people and movements have made people aware for way back when the COVID scamdemic started, what was going to happen and how it was going to happen and how people were going to suffer, how people were going to die, how people were going to lose limbs and be very unwell, right? It all came through. We also told you time and time again about sons and daughters being abused in the lands of Scotland, England, Ireland and Wales, and the trafficking that's rife with foreign nationals interfering with our families, stealing our sons and daughters and getting away with it because the system's allowing it. Well, the system can allow what it wants, but we the people cannot allow that, right? We the people have to now be vigilant and pay attention to what's going on. As I says, in my view, I would not film somebody else's son or daughter anywhere, right? Anywhere. And as far as I'm concerned, and this is my view, any man or woman filming sons and daughters that has nothing to do with them, there is a sick motive there. It's not normal. It is not normal for somebody else to film somebody else's sons and daughters in parks or public areas or with their family. That needs to be stopped, people, right? We the people, you the people have rights, inalienable and inherent right, and the law is inherent within. No right from wrong. Do not commit harm, loss or injury to any other man or woman, son or daughter. But this logic of law seems to have probably getting abused because they bring in statutory legislation as rules, regulations and policies and an enactment of what they call a law, which is not a law because a corporation can't make a law. It can only make rules, regulations and policies to citizens, and that's the problem. People still don't know who and what they are, and that's why they're losing their rights, because they're ignorant to what's going on, and it's time now to get unignorant, stand up, be counted and fight back. Time to protect the sons and daughters, time to protect the communities, time to protect the elderly, the vulnerable and the sick, right? Because there's a lot of abuse, malfeasance in public offices happening all over the countries, England, Ireland, Wales and Scotland, or the lands of England, Ireland, Wales and Scotland, right? And treason at the highest level. And remember this, every man and woman representing these corporations are complicit, aiding and abetting, causing harm to your people, our sons and daughters, our sick, our elderly, and the vulnerable. Okay, people? I just had to do this video, right, because I'm astounded that a statement was put out with Police Scotland about, they're saying speculation and basically misinformation. Well, sons and daughters have been attacked, raped, trafficked. That's no misinformation and that is not speculation. And again, the point to remember, why would anybody, stranger, Follow a son and daughter in a park that's nothing to do with them. They don't know them. Why? And in my view, it's because there is a sick motive. Because anybody with common sense would not follow somebody else's son or daughter. And this is where the families, the people, come together and be vigilant. Because this, if it's not nipped in the bud, is only get worse. And there's going to be consequences for sons and daughters if this goes the wrong way, especially with the amount of sick individuals right now that's getting arrested, put in front of these kangaroo courts, corporate places of business and getting bail, predators that's gone in front of these kangaroo courts and getting bail. Why is that, people? If that was our community, right, our people that was doing what they're doing, we would be getting locked up. So that tells me that this system is biased and racist against our people, right? And that's not a view, people. That's a total fact. Honest to God, people, you need to waken up now. Everything is not what it seems, and the point has been proven when we've got people going out there following and photographing sons and daughters. Contacting the police to make a complaint isn't going to work because they don't care. They're only interested in hitting people with motors, cars, vans, and they can make money. It's all about money, corporate greed. It's nothing to do with safety or protection of the people or the sons and daughters, the elderly, the vulnerable or sick. So get that into your head, people. Time to wake up, smell the coffee, and time to stand up, be counted. Know who and what you are, and know that you have rights. No obligations, duties and responsibilities to legal system, legal society and the rules, regulations and policies, but you have inalienable inherent rights and the law is inherent within. No right from wrong. Anyway, people, please share this video far and wide. Get this information out there. A lot of people maybe don't like this information, but it's a fact. And I take what I do deadly serious. And it frustrates me because I seen all this kind of stuff coming years ago. I was on the street numerous times speaking about it. Everybody looked at me like I was stupid. Well, who's stupid now? There's no point in moaning about something, about this filming and recording and photographing your son or daughter. Do something about it, people. Enough is enough. Again, please share this video far and wide. And please wake up, smell the coffee. Have a good day, people. Take care and be safe.